Well, good Sunday afternoon to you.
Happy Sunday.
We miss seeing you guys today, but we're very excited for this video today.
We brought you to a new location. Last time we'd been doing some at the church. We did the last one at my house. And today we brought you to a new place. I'm going to see if you can guess what it is. At the end, we'll tell you what it is if you don't know. So just stay tuned.
Hey kids, good to see y'all again this week. And for our lesson today, we're going to be in 1 Samuel. In 1 Samuel chapter 3. And in 1 Samuel chapter 3, we're learning about Samuel and how the Lord called him to serve him in his life. And I think a lot of people today think that young people, children like you, can't serve the Lord. And when I think about that, I think that it's very important to remember that God chooses people at all different times of life. And He could be choosing you to do something right now. It could be you could make a decision during all this difficult times. You could be making a decision that God could use you in a great way. And we read in 1 Samuel chapter 1 in verse 2, and it says, "And it came to pass at that time, when Elias would lay down in his place, and his eyes began to wax dim, that he could not see. And ere the lamp of God went out in the temple of the Lord, where the ark of God was, and Samuel was laid down to sleep." Samuel's going to sleep in the temple where he lived, just like any other time. In verse 4 it says, "That the Lord called Samuel, and he answered, Here am I." In verse 5, "And he ran to Elias and said, Here am I, for thou callest me. And he said, I called not, lie down again, and went and lie down." So basically we see that Samuel is going to Elias, and he's like, to Eli, and he's saying, you know what did you need? And he's like, I didn't call you. Of course, it was the Lord calling Samuel and not Eli. So read on in verse 6, "And the Lord called yet again Samuel. And Samuel arose and went to Eli and said, Here am I, for thou didst call me. And he answered, I called not, my son, lie down again." So Eli at this point is like, what's wrong with this young man? Why does he keep doing this? And it says, "Now Samuel did not yet know the Lord, neither was the word of the Lord yet revealed unto him." In verse 8, "And the Lord called unto Samuel again the third time, and he arose and went to Eli and said, Here am I, for thou didst call me. And Eli perceived that the Lord had called the child. Therefore Eli said unto Samuel, Go, lie down, and it shall be, if he call thee, thou shalt say, Speak, Lord, for thy servant heareth. So Samuel went and lay down in his place." So Eli eventually realizes that the Lord is calling Samuel. And he says, if he calls you again, here's what I want you to do. Just say, Speak, Lord, for thy servant heareth. And as we read on, we're actually going to read on to the verse I'm going to have you guys memorize part of next week. And it says, "And the Lord came and stood up and called at other times, Samuel, Samuel. And Samuel answered, Speak, Lord, for thy servant heareth. And the Lord said unto Samuel, Behold, I will do a thing in Israel, at which both the ears of everyone that heareth it shall tingle. In that day will I perform against Eli all the things which I have spoken concerning his house. When I'm again, I will also make an end." The Lord's saying, look, I'm about to start moving, and I'm going to use your life to make, in this world that you're living in, I'm going to use your life to be a big influence for others. And guys, just like he called him at a young age, and he was ready to hear, I wonder if some of you today could say, you know what? Maybe there's some things I need to change in my life. Maybe there's some things that I need to work on better. And when we think about that, we realize that there's no age limit, but rather someone who's willing to do what God wants them to do. Speak, Lord, for my servant heareth. This week, I challenge you to spend some time in prayer and just pray to the Lord and maybe see what He would have you to do this week.
And for our verse this week, we're going to see if you guys can say 1 Samuel 3:10, just the end part where it says, "And Samuel answered, Speak, Lord, for thy servant heareth." I think you guys can do it, and we need 5 people for our next challenge.
All right, guys, this week we wanted to congratulate Carly Dunn and Lexi England, and we were very excited they completed their verse challenge for this week. But sadly, we did not have enough people to get me hit by water balloons, so we want to make sure you try really hard this week. That way I can get hit by water balloons next week. And that way next week, whenever I get hit by a water balloon, that'll be really funny. And we're really proud of everyone that did it and all the people that did do it, those 2 people, and I'm really thankful. And hopefully next week I will get hit by a water balloon, because I really want to get hit by a water balloon this week.
Okay, so you may have already been able to guess, but where we filmed today's video was actually at Ethan's house. These beautiful mountains is where he lives.
This is where I live, and it's beautiful out here. I'm really glad we got to shoot today's video out here. And I do have a challenge next week if everyone says their verse, And 5 people send us proof or video of their memorizing their verse. Miss Cassie's really wanting to learn how to bake, and I think if she is correct, she's going to bake a cake on my head. I'm going to be the mixing bowl.
Yeah.
So we'll see